So probably February, we had like a lot of rain that had come, and then there was a lot of snow. So essentially after like 4 days of kind of thawing, we had some really bad flooding in our basement. So we had carpet down there. Our basement is two parts. We have carpet, kind of a finished part, and then an unfinished part, which is just concrete floor, separated by a cement wall. So kind of right in the middle of that cement wall, and then kind of expanding out, just kind of like rising water. Never happened before, didn't know it was a problem. So, I mean, we got our friends like mini sump pump to drain out the water, but obviously there was a lot of damage. So we got rid of our carpet and kind of thought, okay, hopefully that's the last of it. And then it happened 2 more times. The last time it was pretty extensive. So I have a Nextdoor app, which is like a community, just people talk about services, providers, and I looked up basement repair, and you guys were listed. So that's kind of where I thought, okay, maybe we should see if this is a service that we need, or is that like more extensive. So just a lot of flooding that was like sitting water, and it was clearly not just a trickle down the wall kind of issue. So Andrew came out and just kind of did a quick view. He took some pictures, kind of got in some places, made sure that it wasn't, an issue from the floor, like kind of where was the source of the problem. My husband and I didn't know, like, oh, this is where it's coming up from. Like, we couldn't really identify the source. So he had to do like a lot of investigating. And then after he'd spent some time, took some pictures, he kind of tried to explain the problem with kind of the foundation and how as dirt is removed, to build the house, like how all of that just kind of over time can cause some problems. So he showed us a video kind of explaining where the water was coming in, why that might be still seeping in from the floor. I think we were confused why now? Like, why hasn't this happened in the last 3 years? Like, why all of a sudden wasn't an issue? So he kind of explained just how over time erosion and time can do something like that. So he was very good at explaining all of it, went into detail, showed some pictures, some videos, which was helpful to see kind of from the foundational perspective what was going on. So they were great. We really, really liked them. I mean, not having anything done like this before, I'm sure most teams are efficient and productive, but I just felt like they were on time. They came, they, did a really nice job putting plastic down. They taped everywhere. Anywhere that they were going to be walking, they taped it down, which I thought was really respectful. They were incredibly efficient, communicated really well. I work in the home, so I had moved my office outside, so I was coming like every couple of hours to just kind of check in since I wasn't here, and he would always stop, say, here's what we've done so far, kind of show me, where they were working, what was going on, ask if I had any questions. But they were working nonstop to get it done, so I think I was just impressed with their efficiency and trying to be as timely as they could. Having to refinish it was a bit of a process, which we knew. Andrew and Martine both said, this is what it's going to look like when you're done. You're going to have the drywall cut out. You're going to have to, do something with the flooring if you're not happy. But I felt like they did a good job trying to leave it. They left it very clean. So really all we had to do was kind of start with the refinishing process. There wasn't a lot of cleanup. So we've been really pleased. There's been a couple of several days in a row where it's rained really hard. So we've kind of had to test it out, make sure everything's dry. So there's a little bit of that, I hope that we don't see water. And so far we've been really happy with the results. Efficient. Everything was as quickly, they got as scheduled as quickly as we could. They got out here as quickly as they could and got it done as quickly as they could. So I would say probably efficient would be what I would say. If you have water damage or you need to have some sort of drainage system installed, they would be the best option in the area, for sure.